went down to the park just to fill up the day. I saw folks playing frisbee and catching some rays, and I felt a bit down when it got to the day's end, wishing that there could be more to my weekend.
I think for each of us, we have other priorities, and I think it's a question of being understanding of one another and trying to find the time for it, and not putting too much pressure on it. What would you say?
I think that's true. And I do think also that part of it is helping each other, like trying to understand what the other person wants from the music that we make. You know, what Paul wants. I try to understand as best I can his aims and goals as an artist, and as a composer, songwriter, as a singer, as a performer, and try to think, you know, what can I do to help make that come true? And I think he does the same for me.
And what can I do to keep from driving Diane crazy? I think for many people, at some point in their lives, they listen to music, and it becomes like, you know, like fireworks of some kind. It's like something you feel, oh my, this really, I just love this. And so I think at the age of 8, yeah, I got a few records. I was lucky enough to get a few records, and I happened to notice that under the song, and it was Don't Say Nothing Bad About My Baby, recorded by the Cookies.
He's true, he's true to me. So girl, you better shut your mouth.
Underneath, there was in Gotham King, and I somehow figured, you know, I was trying to figure out, well, who were those people? And it somehow occurred to me that they probably had written the song. And I guess it just, I don't know if at that point I decided I'm going to be a songwriter, but I think I felt kind of instinctively that what they did was really, really important, even though they were only in parentheses and little letters under the song. And when I started writing songs seriously, I think that's, you know, I didn't, you know, becoming famous or anything like that was not that was not my aspiration. My aspiration was to write good enough songs that they might appear on somebody's recording with my, you know, maybe my name in parentheses underneath it.
What was the first bite for you when you knew that music was it?
Well, I just, from a very young age, I remember hearing classical music, actually. My mom played, and both my parents played a lot of music in the house on LPs back in the day. And I heard Beethoven's Sixth Symphony, the Pastoral, when I was very young, and they loved it to bits. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything, obviously, at the age of 3 or 4 or something. And Grieg Piano Concerto, that was another one. I remember very vividly being prancing around my living room, you know, dancing to this music at that age. And then at the age of about 5, I heard a cousin play the piano, play the theme song for Tammy.
I hear the cottonwoods whispering above. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love.
Which was very popular back in the day. And I fell in love with that and wanted that instrument. But it was another few years till I got the piano, actually. It was about 8 years old finally.
And another thing is we sort of did work. You know, I took singing lessons, and I think my singing has gotten better. And I you know, maybe somebody, you know, the difference may not be huge to sort of a casual listener, but I think it really makes a difference. And you've also your
Yeah.
singing has gotten, you know, you took
Changed very much.
change, you've taken singing, and so we've improved our basic skills, and that helps a lot.
What if you're tone deaf? Can you sing?
Tone deafness is there are very, very few people who are truly incapable of hearing pitch. There's people have difficulty matching pitch, but that can be learned. That
Really?
can definitely be learned. Yeah,
My goodness.
yeah. No, there's different techniques and ways that teachers have of helping that, and sometimes it's not even a hearing thing. Sometimes it's, we were just talking about this.
You know,
It's a technical thing for singers. Yeah, there's a way that they're not placing their diaphragm or their larynx properly. Lots of different things singers need to do, and if the mechanism is off, they simply can't get the pitch where it needs to be.
the thing that's most important to me is songwriting. That's really the most important thing to me. And Diane brings this incredible musical expertise. I mean, I think the songs are good and they can stand on their own. But if you want people to listen to them and really go, oh wow, that's really lovely, you need more than just the song. You need, you know, you need different instrumentation. You need harmonies. And that's where Diane really comes in and makes the songs, I think, shine.
I mean, well, and luckily that's the part that that's something I really, really enjoy. That aspect of music making is the arrangements and listening to a piece of music, a song that you've heard maybe a lot, and yet hearing something new in it that might be that might make all the difference or might bring it alive in a different way and catch somebody's ear. You know, we kind of enliven their lives and make the world a better place, basically.
I caught a train in New York City, rode it west through Chicago. It brought me to the Mississippi, that's where the river flows. Cleveland, Detroit, and St. Louis, so many towns, so many roads. But now my wandering days are through, believe I'll watch the river flow. I'll watch